Chosen one, this message didn't find you by accident. It's divine alignment. God led you here because you are at a turning point in the spirit realm, a shift that's awakening ancient power, stirring angelic activity, and sending vibrations through your bloodline. You've been feeling the pressure, the dreams, the attacks, but this is not just your life being shaken. It's heaven rearranging the battlefield, and this is the final message before the flip. Your ancestors have whispered your name in prayer for generations, and now their faith is colliding with your obedience. Every delay was divine preparation. Every betrayal was heaven's redirection. You're not late. You're right on God's prophetic clock. And the moment is now. The heavens have been watching closely, and the silence you've been enduring was never empty. It was sacred. The enemy tried to distract you with chaos, but your spirit stayed anchored, and now the reward is being released. You're not just stepping into a blessing, you're stepping into prophecy fulfilled. Let's break this down into 7 divine downloads. Each one is a layer of revelation, a key to your next level. Before we begin these 7 divine downloads, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, because this message isn't just for anyone, it's a divine confirmation meant specifically for the chosen ones. If you feel this energy in your spirit, type 77 in the comments now. This number is no accident. It's a sacred sign to the Most High and the universe that you're aligned, awakened, and ready to claim what's already destined for you. Not everyone will make it through. Only the truly chosen will stay. Those who remain will gain clarity, deepen their awareness, and unlock the hidden blessings embedded in every word. This message isn't meant for one listen and done. It's a living truth that reveals itself layer by layer. Watch it again and again whenever your soul calls, because each time a new divine key will be revealed to you. Now let's begin. Chapter 1. You were sent here to break a curse, not repeat it. The struggle didn't start with you, but make no mistake. It can end with you if you rise now and step fully into the destiny that was divinely crafted for your life. For generations, your bloodline has been trapped in cycles. Cycles of poverty that stole dreams before they could take flight, addictions that tore apart families and left unseen wounds, spiritual blindness that left your ancestors wandering, lost and confused, and betrayals so deep they fractured the very foundation of trust, love, and hope. This weight you carry, the burden of your past, it's not your fault. It's not a mark of shame or failure. It's a legacy, a spiritual stronghold forged by the enemy, designed to keep your family chained to the pain and darkness of yesterday. But you are not here to survive that legacy or simply endure its pain. You are here to break the chain, to shatter the curse that has held your bloodline captive for far too long. You came different. You came awakened, discerning, carrying a fire in your spirit that refuses to be extinguished by old wounds or inherited struggles. Your presence alone is a disruption to the cycle. You are the radical interruption, the one who will not settle for brokenness or defeat. Look back at the history written in Scripture and see yourself in the stories of those who dared to rise, like Nehemiah, who rebuilt the broken walls of Jerusalem when others had given up hope. Your hands are called to restore and rebuild what was shattered in your family's past. Where others saw ruins, you see a foundation waiting to be strengthened. Like Gideon, who boldly tore down altars of false worship when fear gripped his people, you are called to tear down the strongholds of deception, lies, and curses that have kept your bloodline captive. You are the breaker of altars, the restorer of truth. Yes, the risk is real. The enemy is watching, desperate to see the curse continue through your lineage. Hell trembles at the thought of your rise because it means their defeat. Every delay you faced, every betrayal, every moment of waiting, these were battles fought in the unseen spiritual realm, preparing you for this very moment. But here is the unshakable truth. Heaven has already marked you as the curse breaker. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, your path was ordained. The power that once shattered darkness and raised up warriors runs through your veins. You are not a victim of your past. You are the fulfillment of prophecy. Your obedience, your faith, your courage, they are weapons in this spiritual battle. With them, you will tear down the old and unlock a new era of generational blessing, healing, and freedom. This is not just your fight, it is your inheritance. So stand firm, hold fast to this calling. The breakthrough you seek, the peace you crave, the victory your spirit longs for, they all await you on the other side of this battle. Your rise is not only personal, it's prophetic. You were sent here to break the curse, not to repeat it. Chapter 2. The realm of darkness has marked you, but it's too late. You didn't choose this war, it chose you. From the very moment you entered this world, the enemy detected a light within you that could not be ignored or extinguished. That's why, from the beginning, you faced relentless attacks, sabotage that tried to derail your purpose, isolation that sought to leave you feeling alone and abandoned, and emotional warfare designed to break your spirit and silence your voice. The spirit realm took notice of your existence, and the forces of darkness set their sights on you, determined to snuff out your flame before it could fully burn. But just like Daniel in Babylon, who stood firm and refused to bow down to the idols of a hostile kingdom, you have refused to surrender. Despite the pressure, the pain, and the betrayals, your spirit has remained unshaken. You have held on to your faith, even when the night seemed darkest. Your resilience has been a quiet rebellion against everything meant to keep you in bondage. The spirit realm knows your name. The whispers you hear, the subtle opposition, the unseen battles, are not random acts of chaos. They are direct responses to the threat your awakening poses to the forces of darkness. They fear what happens if you fully awaken and step into the power that has always belonged to you. The risk for them is not that you will fail, it's far worse. It's that you will realize who you really are, that you will take hold of your identity as a child of the Most High, filled with divine authority and purpose. The enemy's greatest fear is your breakthrough, the moment when you walk in the fullness of your calling, untouchable and unstoppable. But here is the unshakable truth. It's too late to stop you. The veil of confusion and blindness that once clouded your vision is lifting. The chains of doubt, fear, and deception that held you captive are breaking apart. The chosen blood coursing through your veins is awakening, stirring with a power that has been dormant for too long. This awakening is no longer a whisper. It is a roaring fire building inside you. Your spiritual senses are sharpening, your dreams grow clearer, your visions more vivid, and the divine confirmations keep coming. Every sign points to one undeniable fact. You are being prepared for a breakthrough so powerful it will shake not only your world but the unseen realms as well. You are no longer wandering blindly through life. You are stepping into the fullness of who you were created to be. The realm of darkness may have marked you for battle, but it has gravely underestimated the strength, resilience, and authority you carry. So stand tall, chosen one. The enemy's time is over. Your time to rise, to reign, and to fulfill your destiny is now. Chapter 3. The angels assigned to you are active now. You have not been walking this path alone, even when it seemed like silence surrounded you or that no help was near. What looks like stillness or emptiness in the physical realm is actually fierce and intense warfare raging in the spiritual realm. Just like the prophet Elisha, who was given the divine revelation that there were thousands of angelic warriors surrounding him, more for him than against him, know this: there are countless heavenly beings assigned to your side, fighting battles on your behalf that you cannot yet see or understand. Your angels are not merely ornamental figures or passive protectors. They are fierce, disciplined warriors. They have been specifically assigned to your life, your purpose, and your unique divine calling. These angels are aligned perfectly with the mission God has placed on your heart, and they are standing ready to move the moment you step into full obedience. Their power is not activated by chance, but by your faith, your courage, and your willingness to walk in the path God has set for you. Every step you take in your divine identity, every decision you make to say yes to God's calling, ignites a supernatural response from heaven. When you choose obedience over fear, when you step forward in faith rather than retreat into doubt, you activate the armies of heaven to move on your behalf. Your obedience acts as a trigger that unlocks powerful angelic assignments that were waiting, poised to carry you through every challenge and push you into your destiny. Understand this. The risk is never in your calling. The calling on your life is a sacred gift and a divine mandate. It is your birthright, the purpose for which you were created. When you pause or hold back out of fear or uncertainty, you leave a door open for the enemy to exploit. Delay in obedience in this season is not harmless, it is dangerous. Every moment spent doubting or resisting your divine purpose gives the enemy an advantage in this spiritual war. Your angels are already engaged in battle for you. They are fighting wars in the unseen realms, wielding heavenly weapons and strategies that far exceed human understanding. Their loyalty to you is unbreakable, their mission clear, to see you victorious, protected, and elevated. But remember, they move in partnership with your faith and action. They await your signal, your willingness to step into your authority, to walk boldly forward, and to embrace the destiny God has for you. So rise up, chosen one. Do not wait any longer. Step into your divine identity with confidence and courage. Know that with every step you take in obedience, you are not alone. Heaven's armies march beside you, surrounding you with supernatural protection and strength. Your faith is the battlefield on which victory is won, and your obedience is the spark that lights the fire of heaven's power in your life. This is your moment. The angels assigned to you are active now. They are standing guard, ready to fight for you, ready to clear the path, ready to usher in breakthroughs and miracles. The time to move forward with boldness is now, because you are protected, chosen, and unstoppable. Chapter 4. The dream realm has been speaking, but you're just now listening. Your dreams lately have not been random or meaningless. They are far more than just the mind's way of processing the day's events. What you may have dismissed as fleeting images or confusing stories are actually spiritual instructions, warnings, and confirmations sent directly from the heavenly realm. Those vivid dreams, the ones that left you unsettled or awakened you in the night, they were not nightmares in the ordinary sense. They were battles fought in other dimensions, spiritual warfare unfolding while your physical body rested. God has been training your spirit in the dream realm while your body was asleep. You have crossed through timelines, touched past and future moments, encountered ancestors, and received divine downloads meant to prepare you for what's ahead. These dreams are sacred encounters, a direct line to God's heart and heavenly strategy. They are gifts that contain keys to unlock your next level. Messages wrapped in symbols, colors, voices, and encounters only your spirit can fully understand. Yet the enemy knows the power these dreams hold and has been working hard to confuse your dream language. They want to distort the messages, fill your nights with fear, doubt, and distraction, and make you question the significance of what you see. This spiritual fog is designed to keep you asleep, both literally and spiritually, while your destiny waits to be awakened. That's why now is the time to stop brushing these dreams off or forgetting them upon waking. It's time to begin recording them, to write down every detail, even the smallest symbols, feelings, or words that come to mind, because God has been speaking in these moments when your spirit was most surrendered, most vulnerable, and most open. When your defenses were down, the veil between the natural and supernatural thinned, and divine truth flooded in. Your dreams are not random, they are a blueprint for your spiritual journey, a sacred roadmap given in the quietest hours to guide you through the chaos of the day. They contain warnings to steer you away from danger, confirmations to affirm your path, and divine instructions to prepare your heart and mind for the battles and blessings ahead. Learn to listen deeply and discern carefully. Ask God to help you unlock the language of your dreams. Seek the meaning behind the symbols, the voices you hear, and the people you meet in these visions. These are not mere images or stories. They are divine appointments with destiny, spiritual codes meant to be decoded by your faith. You are being equipped through the dream realm to face your challenges, awake and alert. The spiritual training you receive while you sleep is intentional and powerful. It is molding you, strengthening you, and preparing you to rise with new strength, clarity, and authority. So honor your dreams. Treat them as sacred messages from God Himself. Guard the revelations hidden within them, because the dream realm has been speaking to you all along, and now you are finally ready to listen and walk in the fullness of what has been revealed. Chapter 5. The ancestral realm is celebrating your stand. The prayers whispered in quiet rooms, the faith held firm through unimaginable storms, the silent tears shed in moments of deep pain and sacrifice, the sacrifices of your grandmother who stood unwavering even when hope seemed distant, the resilience of your great-grandfather who carried burdens with silent strength, the endurance of every ancestor who lived, struggled, and believed long before you. They have not been forgotten. Their lives, their prayers, and their struggles have built a spiritual foundation beneath your feet, a foundation that you now stand firmly upon. Now, because you chose truth over trend, obedience over comfort, and purpose over popularity, because you refuse to settle for less than what God called you to, you are the fulfillment of their hopes and the answer to their prayers. The spirit realm is alive with rejoicing on your behalf. Your ancestors celebrate because, through your choices, their faith is realized. Their battles are vindicated, and their legacy is redeemed. They see you standing where they could not, breaking the chains they could only endure. They passed the baton in faith, with the hope that one day someone would rise, someone strong enough, bold enough, and faithful enough to finish the race. And that someone is you. The ones who came before you may not have broken the curses fully, but they carried the flame that now burns brightly in you. Every act of obedience you make fans the flame of their prayers into a roaring fire of victory. Hebrews 12:1 reminds us that we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. This great cloud is your spiritual ancestry, those who have gone before, those who believed, fought, prayed, and lived in faith despite the hardships. They are standing on the sidelines of your life, cheering you on, lifting their hands in praise, and lending their strength and faith to your fight. Their voices rise in unison, affirming your journey, encouraging your persistence, and celebrating every step you take toward breakthrough. Their joy is palpable, because you are not just rising for yourself, you are redeeming your entire bloodline. Your victories break generational chains, heal wounds that ran deep for decades, and clear the path for those who will come after you. Your obedience becomes a river that washes away curses and pain, flooding your lineage with blessing and hope. This moment is more than your personal breakthrough. It is a spiritual celebration that echoes through the heavens. Your ancestors are proud beyond words, knowing that you are finishing what they started, that you carry their dreams forward with strength and honor. They see the promise fulfilled in your life, a divine promise whispered through generations of faith. Because of you, the future of your family is no longer bound by the limitations of the past. You are the living testimony of endurance, faith, and redemption. The ancestral realm is not silent. They are actively celebrating your stand, lifting you up as a shining example of God's faithfulness through generations. Rise with power, confidence, and boldness. You are the fulfillment of a legacy greater than you imagined. Your stand today honors the prayers, struggles, and sacrifices of those who came before. Know that you carry their strength and their victory, and the heavens rejoice with you. Chapter 6. What you lost was a setup for supernatural exchange. Everything that's been taken from you, the relationships that ended unexpectedly, the peace that slipped through your fingers, the finances that disappeared, the time you wished you could reclaim. It was never without purpose. Each loss, each painful separation, every moment of silence, and every season of waiting was part of a divine process meticulously designed for your growth and transformation. You were being emptied, stripped of what weighed you down, what limited your potential, and what distracted your spirit from fully stepping into your destiny, so that you could be filled with a new kind of supernatural power. This emptying was not punishment or abandonment, it was preparation. Just as the potter breaks the clay to reshape it, God has been carefully dismantling what no longer serves your higher calling. The losses you endured were a necessary clearing of space in your life to receive blessings far greater than you can imagine. Blessings that will overflow beyond your past limitations. Like Job, who lost everything yet never lost his faith, your restoration will come with a divine multiplier. What was taken from you will be returned, not just in equal measure, but doubled. Your comeback will be greater than your setback. Like David, who faced giants, exile, and despair, but was anointed to reclaim his inheritance, you too will recover all that was lost and more. But here lies the critical warning. The risk comes in turning back. The enemy wants nothing more than to lure you back to old wounds, broken cycles, toxic relationships, and destructive mindsets, the Egypts of your life that once held you captive. These are familiar places where pain and limitation thrived, places you once knew but no longer belong. The enemy's strategy is to keep you chained in nostalgia or fear so that you never move forward into your promised land. Do not be deceived. This is your time to break free completely. The wilderness seasons you've endured were not your destination. They were a preparation ground, a place to build endurance and faith. Now you are stepping into your promised land, a season marked by breakthrough, abundance, favor, and divine destiny. Your supernatural exchange is too powerful, too precious, and too sacred to miss by turning back to what once broke you. The land ahead requires your courage, your faith, and your obedience. The enemy will try to tempt you with the comfort of the familiar, but comfort at the cost of destiny is a trap. What you lost was never a loss. It was a divine setup. A necessary clearing that God used to remove obstacles and prepare your heart for the blessings ahead. Your pain, your sacrifice, your tears, they were the fertile soil from which your supernatural harvest will spring forth. So stand firm and unwavering in this promise. Your restoration is coming, and it will come with power, with honor, and with glory. You will receive double for your trouble. Reclaim what was lost and walk boldly into the abundant life God has prepared for you. Don't look back. Don't return to Egypt. The time to move forward is now. Chapter 7. This final message is heaven's last push before promotion. This message isn't just motivation. It's a precise spiritual strategy. A divine summons written in the scrolls of heaven and delivered directly to your heart. If you are reading these words right now, understand this. The trumpet has already sounded in your realm. A clarion call has echoed through the spirit world, signaling that your season of waiting is over. You have been warned, awakened, and anointed for the next phase. The time for hesitation has passed. Now you must move. The greatest risk before you is not the battle you face. It's disobedience. It's the danger of allowing fear, doubt, or complacency to hold you back. The enemy's strategy is to trap you in paralysis, to keep you stuck in a loop of waiting and second-guessing. But waiting too long will cost you everything: the opportunity, the breakthrough, the divine favor that has been reserved just for you. Heaven's timing is perfect, but it requires your response. Like Esther, you were born for such a time as this. You were placed on the earth, in your family, in your circumstances, by God's sovereign hand to influence this moment in history. You carry a mandate, a destiny that no one else can fulfill. But hear this: if you remain silent, if you cling to safety and refuse to step out, help will still come. But it will come from somewhere else, and you will miss the fullness of what was uniquely yours, the blessing that no one else can claim. This is your divine moment, heaven's final push before your promotion. The spiritual realm is shifting, angels are being dispatched, doors are opening that only those with courage will walk through. The atmosphere around you is charged with expectancy, waiting for your obedience to release the next wave of blessings and breakthroughs. Your soul already knows this truth deep inside. It stirs in you, whispering, crying out for action, for boldness, for faith that moves mountains. The hesitation, the fear, the distractions, they must fall away because you are called to a higher level of spiritual warfare and authority. Move, speak, activate. These are not mere words, they are commands from the Most High. When you obey, you activate heavenly alignment, unlock hidden doors, and release blessings that have been sealed until now. The power you carry is not by accident, it's by design. The journey has been long and fraught with struggle, but this season marks the shift. The battlefield is rearranged, the war is advancing in your favor. This is your time to rise as the chosen one.